Second dates are vital. It's important that we get the client super excited, we build rapport, and we want to get to that second date. So I want to make sure you guys really understand what it takes to win on a second date. I'm going to give you 4 things that you guys can do on your second date to ensure, almost guarantee, you get the person to a closing or a final date. All right, in the last video on first dates, we talked about finances. Now would be a really good time to check in with your client to see if they got pre-approved. If they haven't got pre-approved, get a lender on the phone and have them call the client immediately. This is a really good way to see the temperature with the client. How serious are they and how willing are they to get to that pre-approval? If they're not super interested, that might be an indication they're not ready to buy. We know in today's market, they have to be pre-approved in order to get an offer accepted with how competitive it is. So again, if they're not giving you the warm and fuzzies or they didn't get pre-approved, force it, call them. If not, that might be an opportunity for you to really talk about the benefits of why financially they need to get pre-approved. The second thing I want you to do is provide market updates. What does that mean? People say that all the time, it gets thrown around. I want you to be the expert. Here's what I mean by that. Anybody can go to Zillow.com and find houses, okay? So I'm not saying you're gonna go show them houses or send them houses that they can find on Zillow. What I want you to do is, I want you to pull houses that have sold recently in the neighborhood or neighborhoods that they're interested in. Why are you gonna do that? Because that's gonna affirm to them that those prices they're looking at, maybe they thought they're high, okay, maybe it isn't so high because other people are buying at that rate. So it helps them just really concrete that message. Or it also lets them know that there's really good solid foundation there for value, so they know their home's not gonna plummet after they buy. So it's gonna really help to make sure that they feel confident in that purchase. And again, you wanna be the expert, so don't just send them houses. Now, don't get me wrong, maybe do send them a house or two that just got listed in the neighborhood. That's great, but also back it up with some knowledge. This can be done via phone call, text message, email, whatever the preferred method is. But get on the phone and let them know what's going on. If they don't answer, shoot them a text message and they'll follow up with you to ensure that you look like the market expert when you meet them. The third thing is discuss clients' expectations. This is important because I feel like a lot of agents today just assume that clients know exactly what they want and they have access to look at everything. Here's the problem. A lot of information can be overwhelming and sometimes clients can fall behind or give up simply because they just feel like they don't even know what they want. So maybe sit down with them on that second date and really discuss what are the things that you absolutely need and what are some wants that you can live without. Because when the budget hits the fan and there's things that need to get thrown out the window, you want to make sure in today's market that the client feels very comfortable with what they actually need. They need 3 bedrooms, they need 2 bathrooms, they need a really good kitchen. But maybe a want is having a really large yard, or maybe a want is having a 3rd garage. There's probably things that they could live without to make sure that you get them in the price point that they feel comfortable with. So just rediscuss expectations on that second date. You don't know where they are. You need to get a temperature check to make sure that they feel confident with what they're looking at when they're going out with you. The fourth thing I want to leave you with is making sure the client understands how to get the offer accepted in today's market. And I understand that you should be discussing this on the first date, but just because you said it one time doesn't mean they're actually listening. 80% of communication is done through nonverbal communication. So a lot of the times you're throwing so much at them, they're not really comprehending everything. Kind of like you guys aren't in this video. So I really want you to understand when you're meeting with them, explain how do you get an offer accepted in today's market, explain what they have to put down or what escalation clause they need or XYZ, whatever it takes to get the offer accepted. What you want to do is you want to make sure you explain you're the right real estate agent in today's market to get the offer accepted. You're going to go above and beyond and find them the house, or you're going to talk to the listing agent, or you're going to come up with the best terms. Whatever it is that separates you from other people, now's the time to brag on that second date, because again, they might be getting shaky or cold feet or thinking about stepping away and working with somebody else. That's going to lock it in on this second date to make sure they don't go anywhere else with nobody else. So just a quick recap. The second date is vital. They met you on the first date, they felt really good about you. For some reason, they met you on the second date. That's fantastic. You need to make sure that you, again, win them over, give them market knowledge, explain the benefits of working with you, and really build strong rapport. Now's the time to build strong rapport in case they do lose out on an offer and they don't go with another real estate agent. In case they do get cold feet, you can bring them back if you know a little bit about their wants and needs. I'm Colby Sway with Inspiring Agent. Thanks for stopping by today. Subscribe, like, and I'll see you in the future.